Is there anything more pleasurable than beating England in the Ashes in two different sports codes in the same summer? Obviously, going to whitewash them in the cricket. We get to do the same thing in the rugby league and on their home soil. It's Christmas, really, isn't it? Look, I'm going to break down this game for you. Game one of the 2025 Ashes between England and Australia. But obviously, you love NRL content, you love rugby league content, you love Australia versus England content. We've got it all here at bets.com.au channel. So subscribe, get the notifications, and don't forget, share this preview to all your Pommy friends so they know what it's all about. Now, let's get cracking. Look, we usually try and break down the numbers, the trends, and all of that sort of thing for you here. But look, it's two very different sides, haven't played each other since 2017, have had very different international schedules over the last few years. But look, the numbers we've got, the head to head, it is 16-7 to Australia since 1909. Australia have won the last 13 matches against England. And even the match they won, the Poms that is, was in the group stage of the 1995 World Cup, and Australia went on to beat England in the final and got their revenge straight away. Now, where's this game won or lost? Well, England are going to pretty much put together a similar squad to what they had against Samoa last year. It was two strong performances against Samoa, beat them 34-16, 34-18. So there is plenty of attack on offer from England. But the worrying sign is still that they let in a few tries against Samoa, and the class of this Australian side, which I will go into shortly, is a league above what Samoa sent to England last year. So let's get into Australia. Yes, their recent form has been good. They won the Pacific Championships last year, beating Samoa. But the side is completely different. There is not one player in the back line that beat Tonga that will be starting for Australia against England. Now, that could be a worrying sign, but it's not, because the class of the Australian backline is actually at its peak. Yes, you could argue Xavier Coates, Zach Lomax, big losses, but the replacements that they have brought in and Kevin Walters have brought in is very easily comparable. And then you've obviously got the big call of Reece Walsh, the most in-form rugby league player in the world, getting the nod to make his debut over Dylan Edwards. Right call, wrong call, we will see. But for me, I'm all over it and think it's the best thing you can do. All we asked Kevin Walters to do was pick the informed players of the competition of the NRL, and he has certainly done that. The combination of Cam Munster and Nathan Cleary have experience together, and that will settle some of the new faces like Mark Nawakani-Tawaze. Said it wrong, always do, no surprise. And Gemet Shibasaki in there with obviously the experience of Josh Addo-Carr there as well. So this backline is electric. The forwards are versatile and fast. You've got Tino coming in and Pat Carrigan in your front row. Both of those guys can play lock. So the forward pack is going to lay the platform with its speed and open up things for the backline. So all that being said, what are my tips? Well, obviously it's Australia to win very comfortably. The line is at 12.5. So take the Aussies 13 plus. Quite surprised with that their team total is only at 24.5, considering that the line is only at 12.5. That team total is extremely low. So expect them to go over the 24.5 points, win 13 plus, and try scorers, well, take your pick of anybody in the back line and even a couple of second rowers as well. If you're looking for big value in Angus Crichton and Hudson Young, you know how they love to score tries. But probably the most comfortable value for me is Gemmet Shibasaki. Look, obviously Reece Walsh is a big part of this attack, and he's been playing with Shibasaki and Katoni Staggs. So take either of those because Reece Walsh will be assisting tries, probably scoring them himself. So look out for those Brisbane connections in the try-scoring markets. There you have it. Yes, Australia to smash the Poms. Simple as that. Just remember, know there's going to be a lot of betting wanting to throw on heaps of try scorers, but do it responsibly and happy punting.